So far we have been learning how to make ourselves better online students. And with this assignment it is no different. Knowing your learning style and understanding what strategies we can take advantage of can only help us in our future learning career. And I hope that by the end of this presentation you'll be able to take advantage of what I have learned about my learning style. Hello everyone, my name is Jason and this bit of instruction is about my learning style. Throughout this presentation we will be focusing primarily on the visual learner, which makes up 41% of my learning preference. Also, we will discuss the characteristics of the visual learner, how the visual learner can leverage their learning style, online learning strategies for the visual learner, how these strategies are different in the online classroom versus the brick and mortar setting. So what are the characteristics of the visual learner? Well, visual learners learn best with their eyes instead of listening to a lecture or working hands-on with a project. They prefer to sit where they can see. So if they were in a classroom, for example, they may sit up front so they can see the presentation or the demonstration taking place. And they benefit from being able to replay presentations, simulations, or videos. They can continue to watch something until they comprehend the material. They can trace an outline on a screen. Color coding helps the visual learner relate a topic to, say, a color or a cue to a topic they have learned. And they have the ability to interact with a wide variety of media. How does the visual learner leverage their learning style? Well, first we need to understand how the visual learner learns best. And they learn best by being able to observe pictures, analyze diagrams, review information on flowcharts, study timelines, watch a video about a subject, or by watching a demonstration. After we understand how the visual learner learns, then we need to understand how we are learning in the online environment. Most college classes do not offer very much visual information, and the online student, for the most part, spends the majority of their time reading material. Now, one thing I should mention is that visual learners readily recall information that they have read, so this part is not necessarily a bad thing. So now that we understand how the visual learner learns best and how we are learning in the online environment, then we need to take a minute to look at what strategies we can take as visual learners to better our online academic career. Well, we need to first understand that about 65% of us are visual learners. And as we are studying, we need to try to ensure that we are relating the material we are covering to diagrams, charts, sketches, schematics, and so forth, so we ensure that we have a better understanding of the subject. Maybe we can look for a how-to video or a video that will explain a confusing subject to us, use concept maps to give us a better picture of a topic, or of course color code along the way. How might these strategies vary in the typical classroom versus the online learning environment? Well, instructors will more than likely use visual aids when they give their period of instruction in that brick and mortar setting, and in the online environment you may have to search for the visual aid to relate it to your research. The instructor more than likely would give a demonstration or something he or she is covering in the brick and mortar setting, and online again you may have to find the demonstration via video or something along those lines. The instructor could use a concept map to explain the subject as he's given the instruction. However, in the online learning environment you may have to find one in your learning material or kind of work one out yourself to get a clear understanding. And the traditional setting may not adequately engage the visual learner to allow them to comprehend the subject, to whereas that online student has a huge variety of resources to them to explore topics in more than one way at nearly a click of a button. Alright, so far we have placed our focus on the visual learner, and while doing so we've talked about the characteristics of the visual learner, how the visual learner can leverage their learning style, online learning strategies for the visual learner, and how these strategies are different in the online classroom versus the brick and mortar setting. I hope that you was able to get something out of this presentation that will benefit you as you move forward in pursuing your degree. I wish you all the best of luck with everything, and I will talk with you all later.